I'm Jackson Beavers here with Kirby Holley. So first question would be, how long have you been a member of this congregation?
I've been a member all my life since I was born October the 9th, 1949, and I was baptized on November 21st, 1949.
So what activities did you participate in since you've been here for so long?
Oh, well, I was, went to Sunday school and church. I did a little bit of Luther League. I wasn't really involved in that. There's some others who've been lots more involved than I had. Of course, I was confirmed here and married here. And then my husband, as soon as we were married, he joined. And so we were hopefully good members ever since. And always been in a Sunday school class.
So what was your favorite memory of the church?
Oh my goodness, my favorite memory. Well, if personally it was my wedding, I'm guessing. Of course, both my girls were baptized here and confirmed here, and so I do remember my confirmation very well. That was an exciting time, or it seemed very important at the time, and to everybody else. And I remember a lot of older people who used to be members of this church, so I can remember them fondly, even from when I was a young girl.
So what is the best thing that we do here at the church?
The best thing that we do here at the church is have a wonderful worship service. I think that's our strong point, but there are lots of other good things about it, and how caring we are in all our service projects that we do, how we are staying downtown and helping in the downtown community, things like that.
So if you could add something to make the church better, what would that be? Or change something?
I don't know. I love being a Lutheran, and I love, sticking to the Lutheran doctrine and that sort of thing. I don't know that I would change anything. I would, I guess maybe if I could wish that we maybe even had more people to come and participate at our church.
So while being at this church, has God ever pushed you to do something outside of your comfort zone?
Yes, probably. God and my husband and even my children. Yes, I feel like it. I can't really say. I've taught Sunday school. I've never done anything like done a temple talk. That's definitely out of my comfort zone. But I guess I don't really know how to answer that. I guess the answer would be not really. No.
Okay. So is there any specific sermon or something at this church that's made you think differently about a previous held opinion?
Not that I can put my finger on now. If I'd had time to think about it, maybe I could come up with something. We've had such wonderful ministers. From my first recollection is of Pastor Horn and Pastor Huntley. He was who confirmed me, and he was here for lots of years. And then we had there were a few in between, but not for very long. And then Pastor Baumgartner, Pastor Bolick, and now Pastor Hunter. And we've just been blessed with all of those men.
So you've been Lutheran all of your life.
All my life.
Has there ever been an opportunity where you thought differently and thought maybe I should not be a Lutheran, or have you always?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
My family goes back to the original churches, so several generations back. So I am, I'm a staunch Lutheran.
Okay, so what do you mean when you say your family was part of the original church?
Well, this church, being 100 years old, there were churches before that. There was a German-speaking church called St. Matthew's, and there was an English-speaking church called Holy Trinity, and the two of them merged. And I had my family was really more in the German-speaking church, but the two of them merged. They split apart, but they stayed apart because the old people back then wanted to keep on doing the service in German.
Mm-hmm.
But the younger people wanted the service to be in English. So there were two separate congregations, but then they joined together to create the Lutheran Church of the Resurrection.
And then you mentioned Luther League. What is Luther League?
Luther League was the youth group. It was just the youth group for children, people our age, probably 6th or 7th grade. I don't know. Well, back then you went through grammar school at 7th grade, so maybe it started at 8th. I don't remember exactly when it started, but it was the youth group. But we called it Luther League.
What did Luther League do? What was
Same things that y'all do in your youth group now.
choir and bells?
Yep. Well, you could also be a member of the choir. Oh, and I forgot to mention Emily Remington, speaking of choirs, who was our longtime director of music and organist. And I went to choir practice under her, and she was a really outstanding musician who actually just recently died. She was 100+ years old. But that was another important part in our church, and in my lifetime in this church. But Luther League was just extra programs for youth, tailored to you, not like Sunday school, but just extra programs that you could do. And I believe we probably did some projects outside the something good for someone else somewhere along the way.
So is there anything you would like to say to the future generations?
No, but I do sometimes worry about the way the church is going to be in the future. Not just this Lutheran church, and not just Lutheran churches, but all churches. You just sort of see that not being a priority for people anymore, and that shouldn't be, because it's the very most important thing you can do for yourself or your children and your grandchildren.